Hey everybody, good evening. We did it again last night, and hopefully everybody was on board after a 2-1 night in the NBA, 2-1 night in college basketball. So the three-pack winners cashed. Unfortunately, our free picks did not lost two of the three, so that ended our win streak. But we're going to start another one tomorrow. Our 2024 bankroll is now up to 3,327 units, and of course that's based upon a 100 unit play per game. Welcome to Against the Public. I'm Dana Lane. We're the only show to analyze early betting patterns by the public, and we've done that once again with three more free college basketball plays for Thursday as we start up another, hopefully another winning streak. Good winning streak as far as the free picks are concerned, an even better winning streak when we're talking about all access picks in 2024. Been absolutely phenomenal. We'll get to that in a little bit. Before I do get to the free plays, I've already had my NBA 3-pack locked and loaded. I see a lot of you have already jumped on board. $49.99 gives you all three of my NBA plays for one low price. And of course, that always comes with a Pick Dawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. In addition, if you don't want to mess with the 3-packs or the individual games, of course, I always have my all access packages locked and loaded. And guys, we got one more day in February. Let's make this month. Let's finish it in the black, and let's put two back-to-back great months together with 10 to go. So get involved with my all access pass, and you can do so. And it's you look at the price, but when you break it down, if you get a 30-day pass, it's $10 a day. If you get a 90-day pass, it's less than $10 a day. And if you get an annual all access pass, it's $3.56 a day. Ensure you'll never miss another one of my best bet winners from the NBA, college basketball, NHL, Major League Baseball is coming up. And if you get an annual pass, take you right through next football season, and you guys know exactly what we've done in football season. Absolutely annihilated football. So looking forward to 2024 being the best year ever. We've talked about that. It's kind of I say it all the time, even to my friends. I said, this is going to be the best year ever, and it's really shaping up to be that. If you're not an all-access customer yet, here's why you can't let another day go by. All access members have hit 59.4% of their selections over the last 7 days. That's number one amongst cappers with at least 50 plays. 57.4% winners last 30 days. That's also number one amongst cappers with at least 200 plays plus 2,464 units. I am the number one, as I mentioned, number one overall handicapper in 2024 with 56% winners. 3,327 units won. In the NBA, last 7 days, 55% winners plus 1,681 units. 58% winners last 30 days in the NBA winners. 56% winners last 90 days plus 1,628 units in the NBA. And in 2023-24 combined, 55% winners plus 1,681 units. And finally, in college basketball, 1,101 units won over the last 7 days, 60.2% winners over the last month. You would have won 60% of all your college basketball players over the last month if you just followed me, plus 1,593 units, plus 1,246 units over the last 90 days in college hoops, and in 2023-24, plus 1,101 units. So that's to me, that's all that needs to be said. We got one more day to absolutely crush February, which has been a great month. I wish there was a few more days in this month, but it's been a tremendous month, and I thank everybody that has put their money behind me this entire time. When you're choosing a capper, please make sure, though, you stick with one capper throughout the year and get somebody, whether it's me or somebody else, get a guy that you can trust that has done it over a long period of time, and stick with that person. That's my best advice, because you don't want to jump from losing streak to losing streak. Stick with one capper, and there's a ton of cappers on this website that has absolutely crushed 2023-24 so far. I think we got 15 cappers in the black so far. All those records are kept up to date almost hourly on the Pick Dawgz website, and you get every one of my plays and everybody else's plays put up there on a daily basis. So that everything's transparent. You know exactly what we've been doing, and you know exactly who you're putting your money behind. Okay, let's get to our free games for Thursday. 6:30 Eastern Time, 763, 764. Nebraska Cornhuskers against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Buckeyes minus 3.5, 144.5 is your total. We're going to go with the public in this one. The number opened up at 143.5 at some of the smaller books. That was bet up or adjusted. It was more likely to 144.5, which is the dominant number right now. 8 of the Huskers' last 28 games. I'm sorry, check that. 18 of the Huskers' 28 games have cashed over tickets this season, while the Buckeyes lean on the over, but 3 of their last 4 games have gone under the total. Their first meeting back in January produced 152 points. The Huskers won that game by 14 points. Nebraska shot 49% from the field. Ohio State shot 48% from the field. And I made a note watching that game just thinking that this should be into the 160s because the Buckeyes were just 8 of 23 from the field and 7 of 12 from the free throw line. And then check that, 8 of 23 from three-point range and 7 of 12 from the free throw line. So a lot of points that were missed out there in that first meeting against Ohio State, which was still produced a high-scoring game, but could have been even higher. That game should have been in the 160 somewhere. Huskers averaged 9.4 threes per game, while the Buckeyes are 123rd in the country in three-point defense. I think this game's going to go over the 144.5. Game number 2, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 767, 768. William and Mary Tribe versus the Elon Phoenix. Phoenix minus 3.5, 142.5 is your total. Phoenix are just 11 and 16 ATS this season after dropping a 23-point loss to Hofstra as a 13.5 point favorite, or a 23-point loss as a 13.5-point dog, rather. The Tribe have won 3 straight games and 3 of the last 4 after William and Mary covered a 4-point number in their 7-point win their last time out. Since 2014, the Tribe are 15 and 8 straight up against the Phoenix, and we talked about how well William and Mary played against Charleston, and I know it was 9 days ago, but it still kind of sticks in my mind because they handled the CAA's top offensive team. It really limited them for most of the game, and I wonder if they can kind of take that and move forward with that. That's one of those things. It could be a season changer for William and Mary. Over the last 8 games, the Tribe have averaged almost 13 offensive boards a game. In fact, 32.3% of all the shots that are taken of them against them result, or check that, 32.3% of the shots that they take results in an offensive board. So that also helps when you're betting on the on William and Mary, and this one also helps when you're looking at the total as well. But we're looking at the side here. We know that Chase Lowe is one of the best in the country at getting to the free throw line, and Gabe Dorsey is also one of the best shooters in the country. I really like William and Mary. I like the trajectory that they're going on, so we're going to take them plus the 3.5 here. And in game number 3, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 769 and 770. Monmouth Hawks minus 6 and 154 versus the Hampton Pirates. We saw some books open this game up at 152.5. Not a lot, but a little bit of some of the smaller books. Now it's up to 154 here in town. The Hawks are an over team, but this number is higher than most of the games that they've had this year. I think 2 games have featured 154 or more. So I think that this number is a little bit high, regardless of the fact that they are an over team this season. The Pirates have cashed 3 straight unders after allowing just 66 points per game against Towson, Campbell, and Northeastern. This is the first game this season, the first game this season produced just 162 points and Monmouth's 8-point win. That makes me look towards the under, because when you have a game that featured 162 points, which obviously went over the total, you have 2 coaches that are going to come back the second time around. 2 coaches in King Rice and Edward Joyner, who is definitely going to focus on the defensive aspect, because each team, I don't think, was very, very happy with how they played. According to their post-game press conferences, I don't think they're very happy how they played defensively in the first game. I think you're going to see 2 teams that are really going to focus on defense in this next meeting. So we're going to go under the 154. 4. So that does it for your 3 games today. Please go to pickdawgz.com right now and get involved with my NBA 3-pack. $49.99 gives you all 3 of my NBA plays for one low price. And of course, that always comes with a Pick Dawgz win guarantee. Make sure you can get involved in that, or you can get involved in one of those all access passes. Grab the credit card. We got 10 months to go in 2024. This is going to be a massive year. Put it on the card. We'll pay it off at the end of the month or at the end of the year. But whatever you do, please just make sure you get involved. And thank you to everybody that has been involved so far. A massive day on this show. Yesterday too, over 3,000 views on the show, so I appreciate that, and I've been able to check in a little bit more. Love the questions, love the comments. I appreciate everybody who interacts. Let's recap our free plays one more time. Nebraska, Ohio State over 144.5. William & Mary plus 3.5, and Monmouth, Hampton under 154. That does it. Sorry. I almost got through the whole show. I'm about 99% now with the voice, so almost got through the whole show. But anyway, you get the point with their free plays, and that's really all that matters. That does it for the show today. Thank you to everyone who helps continue to help this show grow. And for Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Thursday.